Hello, my beautiful souls, welcome back to the channel. If you have been feeling like something massive is shifting, like the fog is starting to lift, like your intuition is getting louder, like part of you is ready to completely start new life, this video is for you because on 20th of March 2026 we have two major turning points happening together. Mercury turns direct in Pisces, and we also have Aries Equinox, the official beginning of the astrological new year. And this is not just giving fresh start energy. This feels like a spiritual reset, a consciousness shift, a moment where the old chapter starts closing and the new fire begin to rise. So in this video I want to talk about what this means spiritually, emotionally and astrologically, of course, and how you can work with these energies in your life. So now, yes, every single year the Aries Equinox makes a new beginning. It is the start of an Aries season. It is the beginning of the Zodiac cycle. It's always bring that feeling of initiation, movement, courage and flesh energy. But this year feels stronger. The Aries Equinox is happening in a much bigger collective atmosphere of change, and many astrologers are reading this period as unusual pivotal because of the concentration of Aries energy and the broader outer planets shifting and all of that happening around it. So this is not just new season, new me. This is more like what is waking up inside you now. What false life can you no longer keep living? What is your soul asking you to begin? Aries is the first spark. Aries says move. Aries says trust yourself. Aries says stop waiting for permission. And because the equinox itself happening on 20th of March, this whole portal carries strong activation energy. Now this is where it gets really important. Also, on 20th of March 2026, Mercury stationed direct in Pisces after being retrograde since 26th of February 2026. Mercury is stationed at about 8 degrees and 29 minutes in Pisces, and the post-retrograde shadow continues into 9th of April 2026. So, if you felt recently mentally foggy, emotionally overwhelmed, unsure what decision to make, pull back into the past, stuck between wanting to move forward and not fully knowing how, that make complete sense. Mercury retrograde in Pisces has his effect of dissolving mental clarity and pushing us inward. It is not a clean, logical, fast-moving transit. Pisces is intuitive. Pisces is emotional. Pisces is spiritual. Pisces asks you to feel the answer before you can explain it. So now, as Mercury turns direct, the fog begins to lift. Not instantly, because Mercury is still showing, still stationing, still moving through its shadow, but the energy will begin to shift. This is like your soul has been whispering, and now you can finally start hearing it more clearly. A lot of people during this period have felt strange in the body and in the emotions. Sleep disruptions, vivid dreams, random exhaustions, old emotions coming back, memories resurfacing, a sense of emotional cleansing. And honestly, astrologically, that fits with what Pisces emphasize very strongly. When you have Mercury retrograde in Pisces plus eclipse season just behind us, plus the equinox ahead, it can feel like your whole system is being recalibrated. Recent astrology coverage also linked March 20th Mercury direct station with the sense that the big fog is beginning to clear. Also an emotionally murky period. So if you felt off, that does not automatically mean something is wrong. Sometimes it means you're in between version of yourself. And that is exactly what this moment feels like. The real message of this Aries Equinox is not just action, it is aligned action. Because Mercury turning direct in Pisces, right before or alongside this shift, says don't move just because you are impatient. Move because something is true. Move because your soul is clear. Move because your intuition says yes. Move because you are no longer available for the old version of your life. This is what makes this combination so powerful. Pisces gives you spiritual clarity. Aries gives you courage to act on it. Pisces says, listen within. Aries says, now do something about it. This is such a beautiful combination. One of the biggest themes of this whole period is sovereignty. And for me, that means where have you been giving your power away? Where have you been ignoring your intuition? Where have you been living from fear instead of truth? Because this energy does not want you to live on autopilot anymore. Mercury direct in Pisces reminds you that intuition matters. And Aries Equinox reminds you that self-leadership matters. So this is the moment to come back to yourself. Not to outside noise, not to panic, not to confusion, not to everybody else's opinion, but to your own inner knowing. Especially now when the world is so filled of noise, speed, distortion, and emotional overload. And Pisces actually help with that when you use it consistently, because Pisces can be illusion, yes, but Pisces can also be divine knowing. So how do we actually work with this? First, we have to slow down enough to hear ourselves. Even through Aries energy, one's movement, Mercury stationary direct still says do not rush blindly. Let the message land first. Second, journal or reflect on those questions. What I'm ready to leave behind? What is becoming clear now? What does my intuition keep repeating? What dreams want action from me? Where I'm being called to true myself, to trust myself more. Third, create your vision from the right emotional frequency, not from lack, not from fear, not from desperation, but from gratitude, trust, joy, and self-respect. The equinox is actually beautiful for intention setting, vision board, journaling, and calling it a new chapter, especially because Aries is the sign of beginning, is the baby of the Zodiac, is where everything started. And March 20th marked the Zodiac New Year. And finally, remember this. Mercury direct does not mean everything become instantly perfect on the same day. It means the tide begins to turn. Clarity returns gradually. Momentum returns gradually. Answers return gradually. But directions changes. And that matters. What's really powerful about this Aries Equinox is the connection of energies in Aries itself. We're not just talking about the Sun moving into Aries like every year. We have multiple planetary influences gathering in this sign of beginnings, action, and identity. And that creates kind of energetic ignition point. It's like everything is pointing in one direction, move forward, initiate, start something new. But what makes this even more unique in a larger planetary geometry happening in the background? We have supportive connection forming between Pluto, Uranus and Neptune, creating a kind of flowering energy between deep transforming Pluto, awakening and innovation Uranus, and higher vision of consciousness, Neptune. This isn't chaotic chance. This is a guided evolution. This is like the universe is not just pushing us to act Aries, but also supporting the action with deeper transformation and awakening on a collective level. So, whatever new beginning is opening for you now, it's not random. It's part of a much bigger shift that's happening both personally and collectively. Aries, the spring equinox is your reset time. A new version of you is emerging, bolder, cleaner, unstoppable. You're being asked to lead your life, not waiting for permission. Taurus, something is changing behind the scenes. You're releasing out emotional weight and preparing for a powerful rebirth. Trust what you feel, even if you can't explain it yet. Gemini, your future is shifting. New connections, new visions, new opportunities are opening. Follow the people and ideas that expand your mind. Cancer, your path is changing. Career, direction, purpose, something bigger is calling you. Step into visibility, even if it feels uncomfortable. Leo, your perseverance is expanding. You're ready for a new belief system, new truth, new directions. Say yes to growth, travel, and new experiences. Virgo, deep transformation is happening. You're releasing control and stepping into trust. What you let go of now creates space for something powerful. Libra, your relationships are shifting. You're being called into more aligned, honest, and equal connections. Choose what truly feels right for you, not just what looks balanced. Scorpio, your daily life is changing. New routines, new habits, new priorities. This is your your chance to rebuild your life in a way that supports your future. Sagittarius, your creativity and compassion are waking up. It's been some time you waited for them, but now you have the moment. This is a powerful time for love, joy, and self-expression. Follow what excites you. It's leading you to somewhere very important. Capricorn, your foundation is shifting. Home, family, inner security. Something is being refined. Build a life that actually feels like home for you. Aquarius, there is a movement with the money. Money will come, money will go eventually. But your voice is activating here. You have something important to say. to share or express. Speak your truth, it will open new doors. Pisces, your value is changing. Money, self-worth, priorities, everything is being recalibrated. Trust that you are building now has a long-term value. So my loves, this is a very powerful threshold. 20th of March 2026 brings both the Aries Equinox and Mercury turning direct in Pisces. A rare flexing mix of spiritual clarity and bold new beginnings. The message is simple. The fog is lifting, your inner truth is getting louder, and a new path is opening. You do not need to forge everything right now, but you need to listen. And when the moment feels right, move. Trust what you're becoming clear. Trust what your soul have been showing you. Trust the part of you that already knows the old chapter is ending. Because this is not just a season change. This is a reset. This is ignition. This is the beginning of a new astrological year, and for many people it feels like the beginning of a new itself. If this resonated, let me know in the comments what is becoming clear for you now and what are you ready to begin. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share if you enjoy my astrological content the way I'm doing it, and I will see you in the next video. I wish you wonderful spring equinox 2026. All the best.